Instead of mean girling about wedding registries, which is bullshit and mean, I thought I'd talk about why registries. Why? Why do you have a wedding registry? Why? It all starts with a tradition, right? Most wedding things that we do stem from a tradition, and you know I'm not Miss Tradition, but let's talk about the origins. Typically, people used to get married younger. Often they had never lived on their own before, moving from parents' houses or maybe college housing, depending on their situation, depending on their, privileged status. But they were usually starting their lives together for the first time out on their own. And so people would give them things for their homes to start their lives with. And now, even though those needs may be different because people get married at all sorts of ages these days, young to old, there is this underlying etiquette of gift giving, and your wedding guests do want to give you gifts. I also don't think they have to give you a gift. Certainly lots of people might not be in the position to gift, but they often do. And so having some kind of registry helps them. Wedding guests love guidelines. It helps them give you the things that you do actually need and or want, and helps them not duplicate things, and then you don't have to return things. It's just helpful. It's just a helpful guide. Now, if you don't want the physical things and stuff, and I didn't when I got married because I got married older and I had plenty of stuff. I didn't need stuff. I didn't want stuff. There are also cash registries. There are honeymoon registries. There are registries for a house. Other kinds of fundraising you could do. Or you could do what lots of my clients have done and ask for donations to certain charities in lieu of a registry. And then you would set up donation links. And in the case of any kind of cash registry, I do also recommend having a little sign with a QR code at your welcome table so that guests can give on site. And in the case of all these registries, whatever, if it's physical stuff, cash registry, whatever, I do recommend having levels of price points to allow people to contribute what they're able to, from something very, very small to, you could also ask for the large, and if they don't give to it, fine, whatever. But you never know. And lastly, I always recommend having a card box at your wedding. Your wedding guests will want to give you a card, even if they're not giving you a physical gift. They will give you a card, and often that card will have money in it. And you don't want those cards to go missing. So a box to contain it doesn't have to be fancy, but some kind of box to contain those cards so that they make it home with you safely. Happy wedding planning.